right? So next we will see that styling the elements. So once the table has created, so what are the styles or what are the extra features we are going to add that particular table. So what are the extra features that we are going to add that particular table? So it may either we can add the width, so we can increase the height, so or it may be the cell spacing or cell padding or the background color. So or we can change the background color or we can add the background color, so and we can align the particular table. Okay, so these are the different attributes we are going to add while the table is created. So in the last class we are know that how to create the table, so by element using the tag, that is the table. So inside the table we know that how we are going to add the rows by using the tr. So and then how the data set, so by using the td tag or td element, so how we are going to add the particular data we have studied. So whatever the table we have created, so to add the extra features to the table, so by default the table has been created. So I will show the table. Yes, look here. So by default, this is a table which is created. Okay. So for this table, we have to add the extra features. So what are the features we have to add this? So we have to add the height, width, cell spacing and the padding and the background color, and changing the background color and adding the background color and aligning the table. So these are the extra features which is required to add that particular table. So that is what we are border. So how we are going to add the border for that table? So we have to use the style as an element. So style as an element. So for the table, for the particular table, so what I am doing, I am adding the border. So we'll take that property as a border. So under the value I am giving like someone black in color. So one black in color flower bases and close the particular style. Next, save the program. So now you'll see the changes. Look here. So now the complete whatever the table we have added the border for the complete table. So the border has been added. So again for the particular, again I need to add the border for the particular data cell. So look here. So in this it is a complete table. So this title artist here, it is a heading. So and it is the first row, the date of Marathe, Jockeys Lewis and 1 2 3 4. So this is the first row and Marathe Lewis 1 2 3. So this is the second row. So in this first row, what are the TD, that what is the data cells are there? So the data of Marathe is the first data cell and the Jockeys is the second data set and 1 2 3 4 is the third data set in the first row. So I have to add the particular border for this TD. So what is this, the data of Marathe? So I have to add the particular border for this particular TD and I had to add the border for the second TD and I need to add the border for the third TD. So how we are going to do that? So in the same style, so I am adding the for the TD. So what I am adding here? So for that I am giving that property as a border and the value I am giving the same, that is the 1 pixel. So the same color, that is black in color. So just close that. Again save your program. So then see the difference there. Yes, look here. So see here. So the particular border. So here the particular border has been added to the these three different. So can you make the difference that?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yes, others. Now we are able to know how to add the background for the complete table and how to add the separate border for the particular TD.
Yeah, ma'am.
Next we're going to add the again one more border. Okay. So in the same there I'm adding the, I'm taking that one more property, that is as a collapse. So there take that border collapse. particular table itself, I am adding the one more property, that is the collapse property. So now you will see the difference there. See now, so previously the particular TD has its own whatever the which is covered, like the complete background, so whatever we are given the border, it should be separated for the each division. So now if once I am using this particular, whichever this is in a property like border collapse and the value as in a collapse once again, so then you are going to make the difference that, so the whatever the double shades are there, no, it will be going to be make it once again. So I'll show it once again. So just if I will see now, if I am not including the collapse, so then the particular border will be taken for the separate TD. Okay, so if I am adding the collapse property, so then what is the difference I am going to make there? See here, so this separate border which is given for the particular TD, so it will be going to be collapse itself. Okay, next I am going to add the padding region for the TD. So it will be in a TD. So I am already added the border there. Here I am going to add the padding in a property. So I'll take that some 10. Then see the difference there. See here. So whatever the content, it is the content. So and above that, so it is in a box model. So while looking to this box model, it contains that there is a separate border and there is a separate padding and the margin. So this is the content which is present in the center. So the above that it will be an a padding. So and above that it will be an a border and above that it will be an a margin. So once I am adding the padding, where I am adding the padding here, so in the particular data set I am adding the padding. So there you will going to see the difference. So again I will increase that size value to something like 90. Just see now. Yes, now see the, so the area of that padding will going to be increasing. So again at last for the whole table, so for the whole table I am adding the border spacing. Take down one more property, spacing. Same here. Border spacing. Use collapse. Please look here. So the spacing of the border. So here whatever we have added here. So one more property I am adding the border spacing here. So just have removed the collapsing. So I have taken that border spacing. So this border spacing will increase the width. So it will going to increase the whatever the border is there. No? So this complete border will going to be increased. The program that you tell to how you are going to styling the table by using the border. So just take down heading as a styling table border. Styling table border. So there you take down this program. don't need to take all the things, just copy till style. Yes, is it completed? Yes, still you're taking, is it completed?
Completed, ma'am.
Okay, so we are going to add the styling table. We can add the color. So for that, whatever we have taken here, CR or TH. So I am adding the different rows and the different headers are there here. So for that, different rows and the different headers. So either we can add the background color. So in the same data, we can add the background color. So either we can use the different values to specify the particular background colors. Next, we will see the introducing the forms. What is that HTML form? So the form, it will provide an user with an alternative way to interact with the browser. So the simple definition for the form. So on the web pages only we can see the images, or we can see the link, or we can see the table. So finally we are going to see the web pages in the form. So still now we have seen that in the particular web pages. So either we can see the changing the images or adding the background. So or any tables, we have seen that how to creating the table. So now we are going to see that how to add the forms. So how to create the form. So what is the definition of this form? It is a technique to read the user data to take the user input into the web application. So what is the definition of the form? It is a technique to read the user data to take the user input into the web application. So one example for this HTML form. So if you want to develop a one web application, okay, so let me take that you are creating one feedback form, or you are creating any one registration form. Okay, so in that registration form you are included that, so name, your son and your address and your phone number and your age. So these are the data you have included. So to take that particular data, so this is the one of the techniques. So that is a form is one of the techniques. So just by seeing that web pages, so the user can enter the data and user can submit the data. So that particular data will be collected towards the web server. So there it will going to execute some of the processes, then the output will be produced. So it is like either, so it is the taking the input, so either password input or any optional list or radio button or check boxes. So these are the different mechanisms. So I will show you one simple program. So take down heading as a form. Take down that heading as a form. So I will write the HTML code here. Just I am written HTML. So inside that body. So inside that form. So form is the element we are taking here. So what is the use of this form? Why are adding this form? So to include any set of input to types, or to include any set of type of data, so we are required this form. So next we're going to know that what is the use of that form. So just I'll close that form. Close the body. Close the HTML here. So you won't get anything in the web page. So only we have just written the HTML body and the form, so that we won't get anything in the web page. Okay, so there in that form, so I am adding the input type. Is equals to, so first I am giving the submit button. Here, so to add this input type, so okay, in this input, in this form, so if we need to add this input type, so to add this input type, before we have to include this form. So inside this form only we have to include all this input types. Okay, so here in this we are going to take on that, so here it is an input type, so here we are taken the type and the submit. So in this form there will be two main different attributes are there. So there the two main different attributes, like either it can be a method or it can be an option. Okay, so there will be two different attributes in the form method, so either it can be a method or it can be an action. So that you will see in the next previous coming class. So just you will see the what are the changes by just adding the submit button. So just I will take the text button first. Then take one checkbox. Take one more button here. Okay, so just save your program. See here, so this is the first what I am adding. Yes, look the difference here. So inside the form, first I am what I'm taking it is a text. So this is the text box, so we can write anything in this text box. So and again I'm taken the submit button, so this is the submit button. And again third is a, so it is a reset. So still it is not working anything, so still we are not written the code for the server side. Okay, so just I'm showing you that how the buttons will look like and how you are going to add this text button and the submit button and the reset button to create a particular web page. So still we have not written the code for the server side. So next is the radio button. So look here, so this is the radio button. So and next is the checkbox, so it is a checkbox. So and next it is just a button, so it is just a button we have created. Okay, so look here, why the difference it is looking like, so the everything it is coming in the same line. So because we have not included the break here. See here, we are not included the break here, so now I'm including the break there. So the difference, see now it is coming in the next line. So we'll include the break in all the line. See the difference, so that everything it is come one by one. Next, to place the combo box, so before that, so look into this diagram. So this is the structure. structure of the form structure, how the form structure will be look like. So here title, country, submit, detail. So these are the different elements which is present here. So and this is the text box. So and it is the submit button. So and it is the complete details whatever written. So here so this complete box it is like a choose a country. So what is it is there no. So this we are going to call it as a combo box. Okay. So why we are going to call it as a combo box? So just you are press on that country. So all the countries which the user has to select. So it has already it is included here. So just you are clicking on that box that is the combo box. So just you scroll down the so one by one. Okay. So to add this combo box, so we have required the one more element that is known as a select element. That is the select element. So what is the use of the select element? So to place or to create a combo boxes we are required the so the select element. So what is that combo box here? So in this diagram see here. So this complete we are going to call it as a combo box. So in the place if I am taking that country, in that place if you are taken the state, so it will show you that choose a state. So in that inside the state we are going to include the different states. Okay. So there to create this particular combo box, so we have required this particular name that is as a select. So here I am adding the select. See here, so this particular combo is created. So there I am not adding the any contents there. So inside that select, so I'm going to add the particular states or country. So look here, so in this particular combo box there will be different countries are there. So now for the same thing I will going to add the different countries. So there how you are going to add that, you have to take the first option, take the option followed by close that option. So again I will add one more. Save your program. So now see the output. Just look here. So just I click on the, so it will show you the different like. So these are the 3 different options which we have included inside the, so which we have included inside the particular select. So why we are using the select here? So to place the combo boxes we have using the select there. Okay, next. So in this text box, let's look here. So in this text box only the limited contents or limited space are there. So in there we are going to add only the limited data. So if the in that registration form if you are to add the address of that particular user or particular person, then whatever the area which is provided here, it is not sufficient. So to increase that area, so one more element we are going to require to add here, so that is known as a text area. Text area. I think I have the text area. New program. See here, it will be a text area. More and more data, so then it will be able to